generate or create the knowledge base.
That's
And
why
so,
I had a
so you're
hard
not
time
sitting here,
with
like, you're not saying, well,
understanding.
this is the issue we're gonna focus on, so I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna select these articles I want them to read, I'm gonna do this plan with those articles and use this reading strategy and use this. It's pretty much eliminating all of that, having them go find, from the start, the articles, the information, and find a way to communicate their findings through that exploration stage. Then you come in and bring focus to it. But so it is giving over control to them. So, you know, and to some degree, I think we all have great ideas for how we would do it. You know, like,
Well, I think
like I'm already thinking about how my project's gonna look, you know?
Yeah.
But the kids are gonna come up with some cool stuff, and they're gonna say, well, I'd really like to think about doing this or that, you know, so, it's empowering them to do the work, and I think that's the little bit scary part of it.
How do the reactions of fictional characters versus non-fiction characters
Now you get
compare
to
and contrast?
Yeah, I like the reactions.
How about characters in the set?
Al's gonna pull his hair out with this man. Big sentence. What about just, this might be dead wrong, it might be too limiting, but what about how are the conflicts of characters in literature and the conflicts of characters in literature and real people characterized?
No.
You can't use that word.
Too limiting?
No, aren't
Too
we?
confusing.
Okay.
I like the one where it needs to be literate in the 21st century. It's the huge overview of it, you know, that's the big
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
That's the huge picture.
Yeah,
Well,
And then we
was.
have to kind of
How,
drill down from
you
there.
know, how about also looking at, you know, the connections of a character and the self in modern society's conflicts? You know, where do I fit in with this, where do characters fit in with it? And then a second one being the communication and being literate. And I'm not wording this well, but.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So about the.
All right, first of all, looking at a connection between characters and the self, me, in conflicts in the modern world. And then the second one would be the literacy aspect of it is, you know, how do I communicate?
And the decisions of real people characterized, comma, with respect to conflicts and issues.
Modern, let's go with modern.
With respect, there, yeah.
Modern conflicts and issues,
But aren't
Sorry,
conflicts
aren't conflicts,
issues
can we
same
just say
thing?
conflicts?
social networking,
I'd kind of like to get our wording down on this stuff and then get the subgroups.
I like what does it mean to be literate in the
I do
21st
too.
century, because that's very broad and big, and we can.
Yeah, we're good on that one, we're good on
But
what does it
the
mean.
first one, I still have a problem with reactions. I don't know if anybody else does.
We'll pick another one.
To me, there's gotta be connection. I mean, you can't just look at, here's what I'm doing, I'm reacting to something, but you also need to look at what caused me to react like that.
Are we gonna go
What
back
did I
to
do?
experiences, because that's.
What are
I
the
like
experiences?
experiences and reactions, that's kinda cool.
All right, we have to make, all right, what experiences to modern conflicts? Are conflicts and experiences similar?
Characterized.
This is, I know, I'm sorry. for that.
Describe a character's way of dealing with conflict versus the
Yeah, that was
the
kind of the
modern day
second part.
media.
I think the bigger question could be, how do authors characterize their conflicts of the characters? And then the other bigger question is, how does the media characterize conflicts dealt with by real people? And then our littler questions that we could use as the topical hooks would be like a journal prompt, like after we've been reading a novel and we get to a point where there's a conflict or a short story or whatever, how did the character analyze the character from the novel's decision process, and then analyze like the dude in Phoenix that tackled the gunman or whatever.
How do,
Analyze him, and then how does the writer characterize their fake character, and then how did our media characterize this guy?
how do
And then kind of
people
like
in
mesh those or compare them or contrast or
fiction
everything.
characters
Sorry, I'm very non-concrete with everything. I have
And
no idea what any of this
non-fiction.
means, but I'm kind of wrangling it in.
So put it in a sentence, how do people in fiction, characters, and nonfiction,
How do fictional characters deal with conflict? To just get down and dirty and simplistic language with it.
And then the beauty of that is next year when you teach your second unit, you teach it through that lens up front.
Teach it right away.
So that then, yeah, then you're ready to hit the
So I think modeling how to research internet, that's the thing we're trying to do all the way throughout the year.
They had to write it on the board when they had decided, and then a group who hadn't jumped in couldn't do the exact same thing. I mean, pollution came up, but there were a lot of different ways.
We could give them a,
Use or,
yeah, we could give them a list of choices and give them a general outline
Yeah.
of what that issue is, and then they need to take that and run with
I think some of
it.
that.
And each group has to pick one.
Use what we've learned today to work on your research. I want you to find some of these sources yourself and try to use the tools that we've used today to discern what is real and what isn't, and what you might want to use and what you might not. You may collect a whole bunch of information that ultimately in your final product, you won't use all of it.
I hope they don't. I hope they realize some stuff's invalid. If they used every single thing they found, I feel like then we would have done them like a disservice.
Well, they be
Because they're gonna,
contradicting each
yeah,
other.
they're gonna find some stuff that's total malarkey.
But as you
know,
go
and hopefully
along-
they scratch that out, and we know why they did it, we know how they
And
did
you
it.
Well, if we-
model for
I
them
was
that
gonna say-
finding that information is from where their topics emerge, not the other way around.
A good example of that is I asked the kids to do a thing in civics where they had to, what was it, the executive branch, they had to become a department. And I gave them all these questions. I said, the questions that you answer aren't really important to me. What I want you to do is use that information to explain to me or to persuade me not to cut your department. I don't want to see a PowerPoint with how many people work in this department, what their budget is. I want you to use that information.